Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. Myself Bipin Kumar. I hope you all are doing good. So today is our topic is VPC. So what is VPC? What are the things comes under VPC? What are the tools and services we use under VPC? And how we can create VPC in real time? And I will also provide you few questions if you are going to attend any interview on cloud, so you might facing that question because I have gone through that. So I have faced that question in every 90% in interview you can expect that that question will be get asked by many interviewers, so I will be guiding you on that as well. So before going ahead with the lab session, let's go with theory session first. Then I will be showing you how to create VPC and what are the things and comes under VPC. Okay. So what is AWS VPC? So Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, Amazon VPC, you can launch AWS resources in a logical isolated virtual network that you have defined. This virtual network closely resembles a traditional network that you would operate in your own data center, with the benefit of using a scalable infrastructure on AWS. The following diagram shows an example VPC. The VPC has one subnet in each availability zone in the region, each instances in each subnet, and internet gateway to allow communicate between the resources in your VPC and the internet. So in simple word, you can understand VPC. So it is a virtual private cloud, so where you can launch your resources in private subnet, public subnet. You can define the security group, you can attach or you can block any IPs if you want, you can whitelist, you can change the inbound outbound rule. There you can associate NACL as well, network access control list as well. There you can choose your subnet route table according to your requirement. You can attach, if you have three tier application, so you can launch your EC2 instance, 2 in public subnet that will be facing, 2 in private subnet that will be internal facing, and third one will be database tier. So that one is also you have to launch in your private subnet. So whenever you are going to launch your instance in private subnet, then you have to attach internet gateway to connect with internet. Okay, so you can understand in this way. So here I have one simple diagram of AWS VPC, where we have one region. Okay, like any region, North Virginia, Ohio, Sydney, Mumbai, a lot of regions are available. I will be showing you that also in lab session. Just stay with me. And we have one VPC here, and in that VPC we have subnet, and in that subnet we have instance. So we have another subnet, and we have another instance as well. We have third subnet, and we have one instance in the third subnet, and we have attached one internet gateway to connect this private subnet instance to internet. So what are the subnet here? So a subnet is a range of IP address in your VPC. A subnet must reside in a single availability zone. After you add subnet, you can deploy AWS resources in your VPC. Okay, subnet is just a range of IP address. So what is IP addressing? You can assign IP address, both IPv4 and IPv6, to your VPC and subnet. You can also bring your public IPv4 and IPv6 GUA addresses to AWS and allocate them to resources in your VPC such as EC2 instance, NAT gateway and network load balancers. Okay, so we have one concept of routing. Routing is nothing like routing the traffic. You can just understand in simple language. Use route table to determine the where network traffic from your subnet or gateway is directed. So it redirect or direct the traffic, gateway and endpoints. So a gateway connects your VPC to another network. For example, use an internet gateway to connect your VPC to the internet. So as I told you, like just few seconds ago, we use internet gateway to connect with like internet if we having like some resources in private subnet. Use VPC endpoint to connect to AWS resources privately without the use of an internet gateway. So that thing we can do. Peering connection. So you can peer your VPC as well. Use a VPC peering connection to route traffic between the resources in two VPC. So you can peer your VPC and you can like route the traffic according to your whatever threshold you have defined there. So if threshold is like if some VPC A is getting like 70% of traffic, then and you have defined the threshold there 70%, then it will directly start routing the traffic to VPC B. And whenever they have like 70% load, then it will automatically start to routing the traffic to VPC B. So you can understand this in this way. So what is traffic mirroring? So like traffic mirroring, like just you have to mirror your traffic, whatever traffic you are getting on your application. So that's the thing in simple way. So copy network traffic from the network interface and send it to security and monitoring appliances for deep packet inspection. So just like it's just simply kind of security monitoring, security and monitoring things. So we there you can like check the logs, what are the traffic coming from, what are the API we are getting to our VPC to they are trying to access our resources. So we can check. Transit gateway. So use a VPC gateway which acts as a central hub to route traffic between your VPC VPN connection and AWS direct connect connection. Okay. VPC flow log. So VPC flow log is nothing like whatever traffic you are getting to your VPC, that traffic will be will having a log. So that is known as VPC log. A flow log capture information about the IP traffic going to and from network interfaces to your VPC. So VPC connection. Connect your VPC to your on-premise network using AWS Virtual Private Gateway. AWS Virtual Private Network, AWS VPN. So here is the like workflow sample. You can have a look here. So here we have one VPC, we have 4 subnet, and we have 3 route table, and we have 2 network connection. Okay. So this question I have faced a lot of time while I have attending the interviews. So that time I faced this question multiple times in multiple interview. So the question is like difference between NACL, network access control list, and security group, most asked in interview. Okay, so I have mentioned that. So I am just giving you like brief introduction about VPC. I am also helping you to prepare yourself for interview as well. So don't forget to subscribe and like my channel, and please share with your friends as well. So let's go to the topic here. So security group. So what is it? So it support only allow rule. So by default all the rule are denied. You cannot deny the rule for establishing a connection. Okay, so everything it support only allow rule. So whatever you allow in your inbound connection, that will be automatically replicated for the outbound connection as well. So it is stateful, means the any changes made in inbound rule will be automatically replicated in outbound rule. So whatever I told you just now, so that's the things here. For example, if you are allowing an incoming port 80, then you also have to add the outbound rule, okay, explicitly. So it is associated with an EC2 instance. So security group, it's always associated with EC2 instance. All the rules are evaluated before deciding whether to allow the traffic. Security group is applied to an instance only when you specify security group while launching an instance. So security group is first layer of security. And now let's come to NACL, network access control list. So it support both allow and deny rule. So and by default all the rule are denied, so you need to add a rule which you can either allow or deny it. It is stateless, means any changes made into the inbound that will be not reflected for outbound. So it is associated with a subnet. Rules are evaluated in order starting from the lowest number. NACL has applied automatically all the instances which are associated with an instance. Okay, so it is the second layer of security. So these are the main difference between NACL and security group. So whenever you are going to face this question, you can just answer these things. So how to find IP addresses according to the subnet mask. So I have prepared it for like your help, especially this topic. So how we can find it? So this will be like also getting asked too much in interview. Whenever you are going to attend like interview on AWS, then they will ask you like if our subnet mask is like 28, then how many IP address will be available there. So like that. So I will explain you here. So in IPv4 the IP address consists of 32-bit number. So okay, and we represent it by 4 octal 8 bits. Usually when we refer to a network, we also refer to a subnet. So this subnet can be a number, for example 24. So whenever like 192.80.70.20 / and 24 subnet mask. So and we can write it like IP address 255.255.0. So for this subnet we would like to find out what are the IP address in this network. So for example, if we have a network, okay, 192.168.0.1 / 24, okay, or with the subnet this 255.255 and .255.0, then we have 256 usable IP address from 192 up to this, from this to this. Okay, so here the concept is like if it's 24, then how we are getting 256 IP addresses. So whenever like you can, so this IP address is IPv4. Okay, so here the subnet is like 32 maximum. So you can like subtract this from like 32 minus 24. So like 8 to the power 2 to the power 8. So 64 IP address will be available. Okay, so 64 IP address will be available, and usable IP address will be only 62, because one IP address is fixed for host, and another IP address is fixed for broadcasting. So 64, so 2062 will be available to use. So now I will show you how we can create, okay, VPC in real time. So let's jump to AWS console. I have already created AWS free tier account. If you want like you don't know how to create AWS free account, then you can refer to my previous video. I will put the link in the description, so you can have a look and you can create your own AWS free tier account. Okay, so let's go to VPC. Click on it. So here I am in North Virginia region, as you can see. So just click on create VPC. Okay, so previously there was only one option available for creating VPC. Now AWS introduced this function, like you can see your workflow, how it will be like it will create the VPC. So you can just rename your VPC to my YouTube demo VPC. Okay, so I will be going with the default option. Okay, so here 16 subnet mask is 16, so we will having like 256 IP address available, but we can use 254 only. Okay, so tendency is default. I will go with number of availability zone is 2. I will go with 2. Number of public subnet 2. Number of private subnet 2. So NAT gateway we don't want. So VPC endpoint for S3 accessing. So here is one more thing, like you might face this question while attending interview, like VPC endpoints support which services. So mostly this question I have faced. So you can answer like VPC endpoint support DynamoDB and S3. So now we have to click on create VPC. So our VPC will getting created here. So you can see this VPC is creating this much resources. So you can see your VPC. Okay, so our VPC is ready already. So my VPC YouTube. Okay, so we can go to the subnets and we can see we have 4 subnets here. My YouTube demo, in these subnets are attached to this, and you can go to route table. Then we also having my YouTube demo. So we have route table also created. We have not created any internet gateway. So yeah, we have created one to communicate with internet. So we have created it. So what other thing, we have not created any elastic IP address here. So endpoint we have one created, right? So my YouTube demo we have created it. So apart from it, we have not created any services. Okay, so let's go to the VPC. I will show you some things. Okay, click on it. So here we can see the workflow. VPC, my YouTube demo VPC subnet, we have 4: US East 1A, US East US East 1B, and we have 2 subnets in US East 1 and US East 1B. And route table we have 4, and network connection, so we have 2. Okay, so we have one IGW internet gateway and one endpoint, and we can click on CIDR. So we can see here CIDR cross inter domain routing. So we can see the IP address range here, and flow log we can check. We can create here flow log to monitor the web traffic to our VPC. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you found my video informative. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you have any query, and please share with your friends if they wanted to learn AWS. Thanks for watching and keep supporting. I will come soon with another video. Thanks, have a nice day.